Hej på er! Hello! Good morning. Good evening. Welcome to my channel. I will sit here and knit for some minutes before I start. Yes, thank you, Lotte, for the last hour. And welcome, everyone. My name is Marie-Louise. I have a channel that is called Marie-Lou Knitting. That is also my name in Instagram. So if you want to find me there, you can search for Marie-Lou Knitting. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Good. Excellent. Well, I've been working all day. Yes, I know it's Saturday, but I have, or I'm managing a shop in town where we sell second-hand things. It's just a cover up for adjusted working place. So I have a lot of persons there that are have variations of their functionality, like autism or other variations, and yeah, that's my mainly job here in Sweden, but I don't work full time. I am working um, Fridays. I don't work. On Fridays, I knit. Actually, in all my free time, I knit. It's like if I sit, I knit. Yeah, you all know. Very nice to have you here. We have people from the States, from Denmark, from Sweden. Yeah, lovely to have you here. Lotte called me the queen of dresses. I don't know if that is true, but I like to knit on dresses. And during this knitathon, I will knit on a dress. I won't start from the beginning, so don't worry. But I really want to finish this dress. It is. Oh, hi from Belgium and from Germany. Nice. Yeah, right now it looks like a sweater, but it's not. It is. It will be a dress, and it is called sjörå dress, which it's like sea elf in Swedish. Hey, Susanna. Hello. Um, yeah, sea elf, and it's a pattern that you can find. It's a free pattern that you can find on edna.se. I hope you know that every pattern they have published is now free for all to have. And they're in English, and I think they're in some of them are in German as well, I think. Well, it is supposed to be knitted up in one color, but I didn't have enough yarn to knit it up in just one color, so I made it in two. And this is knit up in Järbo svensk ull. And yeah, it's not that color. It's this green color is called John Bauer green, and this is called heather. And I thought I would use them as I knit them in blocks, as you can see. You start here in the neck, and then you knit. Yeah, you do the neckline first, and then you knit the shoulders, and then you pick up and knit the back and the front. You have short rows. You can't see them. They are very. They're there, but you can't see them actually. Yeah, but you need short rows in the back, and as you can see, the pattern is broken rib. Yes, and I think it's nice when the color is continuing here, and then I'm changing it here, and I will have blocks somewhat this, and I have how much yarn do I have? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this will be a long dress, don't you think? I will knit up at least so it will go over my knee. I think I want it actually rather long. So this is what I will knit on during this knitathon. Is someone else knitting at a dress? Knitting on a dress? Yeah, you can find, I will write it down in the chat. You will find the pattern on edna.se. And the name of the pattern is very Swedish. But as I said, it is in English as well. Edna has been giving out like collections, 3 or 4 collections every year, and it's nice that they from the, I think this autumn is they are having every pattern free, and that's really nice, like Filicolana and other big brands as well. Yeah, so we'll see. You can see now my progress. So I think this is a good project for a knitathon, don't you think? Where you just knit in the round. If I get bored, I have blankets as well. I will show them later. Okay, Västerskovej kjole. Yeah, it's that in Danish as well. It's called kjole. It is that in Norwegian as well. What we call klänning, dress, they call kjole. And kjole in Swedish is just a skirt. Yeah. Well, I have some finished skirts. I'm sitting in one. This is my really comfy dress. It is knit up in fivel, Rauma fivel. It is a very light and soft wool yarn from Rauma, obviously. Rauma, the Norwegian company. And this is a pattern from Veera Välimäki. Veera Rein on Instagram. You know, the one that is cooperating with Jorge Locatelli. They have done a lot of collaborations together with the interpretation books that I really could recommend. It is lovely to see 2 women, one from the north and one from the south, one from Finland and one from Argentina, that they can cooperate and make something, create something that is not just, yeah, it is very beautiful, and it has the patterns has a connection in their interpretations. That is very nice, I think. So this is Maire dress by Veera Välimäki. It's from her book Stripes. And now I will try to stand up. We will see if this works. Yes, this is a a very straightforward dress, I would say. You start in the back, and actually you have it's like raglan, but it's not. You start and knit the pack. It's hard to show the back part, and then you pick up from the front, and then you knit downwards. And I don't remember right now when I finished this, but it was maybe a year ago. Yes, it is warm, Christina. It's very warm. But it's also light, and since it's worsted weight, so it's very airy. So it's not heavy at all. It is very, comfy. Um, I have used a hashtag in Swedish called Sticka klänning 2023 and Sticka klänning 2024. Knitted dress 2024. And a lot of other Swedish podcasters and other Swedish knitters, of course, they have been knitting on different dresses, but especially this dress, I would say. You should look up, for example, Kia's boot. She has a podcast in English as well, and she's knitted up 3 Maire dress. 3 Maire dress. She's taking her homespun yarn, and one dress is in 2-ply yarn, sport weight. This is worsted, but she made it sport weight, and it works very nice. She's done different stripes on the arms. She's done smaller stripes on the arms. And if you know Norwegian, you can look up Den Gladetråd. In her last podcast, Nina also have finished her Maire dress that is in white and green. I think also in 2-ply. It is lovely. I want to see it on her. I think she made a very good length of it as well. When you knit a dress, there is different things to consider. You want it to fit, of course. And I have a body that is slightly large, I would say. And then you need time to knit it. It's very different to knit dress for a small person and then knit a dress for a larger person like myself. This, I would say, knitted up quite fast because it's on larger needles, it's worsted weight, and it's plain knitting. When you come down here, you knit in the round all the way. Of course, that could be boring. That's the other challenge, I think, that you will get bored on a dress. But for me, knitting in the round is something comfortable and mindfulness. It's very good for my health, my mental health, just to knit in the round, looking at other podcasters, listen to music, just slow down after a day at work. Knitting in the round is very healthy for me. So, that's why I like to knit dresses. As you see, this dress is quite boxy. Yeah, it's just straight down. Nothing is and this is straight down as well. This will not be as boxy as this one. But I have another one, my first dress that I knitted. It's called Rebbelino dress, and it's by Essy Winnerholt. First I thought that I would change dresses, but that's too difficult, I think. So I would just hold them up. Yes, I do agree. When you have the flow in the knitting, it's just wonderful. This is knit up in, and it's rather long as well. And this is one sport weight yarn and two mohairs together. And here you can play a lot with colors. I have now I don't remember what the sport. Yeah, the sport weight yarn is Rauma Finul, khaki, the color khaki, and then I have a yellow and a beige mohair, and this is boxy as well, and you have this neck. I guess this is dresses that you need in the winter in Sweden and in Denmark but not in Texas. No, Pia, this is not for Texas. Yes, this Rebbelino is very straightforward. It's just simple raglan. There's no decreasing or increasing in the arms and on the body. But I feel that it fits very well. Definitely not for Texas, yeah. I'm sure. I will show you one that maybe could work in Texas. And that is this. And maybe if you choose, this is knit up in fingering weight. So here you will need that patience. This is a V-neck dress. It's knit up in fingering weight on 3.25 millimeter needles. And I have knit this in Blenda Merino, Gotland Merino. It's a Swedish brand. Hvammsvik. Yeah, Merino is very soft, but Gotland yarn is also very soft. And it makes the yarn more airy, I think. This is Ilo dress by Anna Johanna, also a Finnish pattern designer. I've been using this a lot. It hasn't grown. It's still in the shape that I knitted it in. It's quite short sleeves. You can knit them longer if you want. This has pockets. Pockets is good, isn't it? And it's quite long. But as you see, this has peeled a lot. So I need to depeel it. And I haven't done that yet. So I don't want to ruin this dress. I think this dress will be wonderful again if I just depeel it. Yes. Ilo dress V-neck by Anna Johanna. Yeah, then I have one more dress to show you, and it is a recent publish from Veera Välimäki again, and it is Monday Love Dress. Came out a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, maybe I will stand up and show you this one. This is a little special because it is reversed stockinette. And it should be in one color, but when you don't have enough of yarn, you have to be creative. So when the yellow ended, I started to mix in green and in orange and brown. And as you can see, how you use them in Italian winter, I guess. Yes, I've been living in Ecuador for 4 years, a long time ago. But when it was raining and it was cold, it was cold inside as well, in the houses, and there you needed something warmer. So you could use these in Quito in Ecuador, but it's like Swedish summer there. Yeah, the colors here this is also a Swedish wool, svensk ull from Järbo, and they have a lovely variation of colors. I don't remember how many colors they have. I will look that up immediately, but it's not it's not like Rauma Finull that has over 100 different colors. They are this is called Swedish wool because it is from wool from Swedish sheeps. 5, 10, 15, 21 colors. And they all come together nicely, I think. They are very, very easy to combine. I will show you later in a blanket that I'm working on. But I really love this yarn and the colors in this yarn. As you see, I did a version of helical knitting here. You can see that here. It's not that visible, but if I turn it inside out, yeah, you can see the yarn traveling here. So I knit 3 stitches and then change yarn. That's the way I worked in the round here, because I didn't know how much I did know how much yarn I had, but I didn't know for how long they would last. What is really nice with this model is it is the raglan, because it is not straightforward. It is shaped. So you can see you don't pick up stitches in the underarm. The raglan is going all the way down here. Otherwise, many times you pick up stitches in the underarm, and that will create the width in the dress. But this isn't happening. You won't have this yeah, that's a good question, Michelle. How do I prevent the dress to stretch from sitting in the bum and knee areas? Well, I guess that depends on the yarn. If you can look at this again, because this one, the Maire dress, I've been using a lot. So you can judge yourself. Is this personally, I don't think this has stretched out anything. I have a large bum and I do have knees, but this is knitted up in Hvammsvik, and it's a very, very good yarn, and it hasn't stretched out. Yeah, they are very wide, they stretch less. Of course it is that way. I would say that the ELO dress that is merino, this will stretch out more. The Rebbelino dress, not so much, because there is mohair, double mohair in it. And yeah, I can't see any signs of that. Yes, the merino is too soft for dresses, I would say. This is a blend with Gotland wool, so it's not just merino, it's Gotland wool 50-50. And I hope that was my hope, that it would not stretch out as much. I would like to mention one more podcaster that I know is just recently had posted a podcast. It is Strikkekroken, Anne-Marie, I think, and she has knitted up a dress that is called Mamba dress, and I really recommend you to see that if you want to see another type of dress. Strikkekroken. I don't really someone know what she's called in English? Otherwise, if you look up Strikkekroken on YouTube, you certainly can find her English podcast as well. You don't have rustic yarn in South Africa. That's interesting. I know yeah. I don't know if it's just typical Nordic or British. If you import from Great Britain or Germany or the Nordic countries, you get rustic yarns. Yeah. Well, that was what I had for dresses. And when I get bored to knit in the round, I usually look for a new pattern and start another project. Like you see here, these are all project bags, that shawls, sweaters. Yeah, they are in some process of being finished. They're not FOs. I don't consider anything a FO. UFO, I mean. But yeah, they're hanging there, and I try to focus on 5 different projects in a week, and then maybe I get bored. Maybe I finish one, and when I have finished a dress like this, for example, well, I can start how many projects as I want to, I think. But to not have too many projects on the go, I've started to knit blankets as well. You can see one behind me here. Anyone recognize the pattern? This is my North Knit corner. Yeah, you follow her. You do that. It is the Starflake. That's correct. I knitted up this last year. I bought this yarn on an island called Öland. It's the second biggest island we have in Sweden, and they have special yarn, 2-ply yarn, and there is a photo of me when I've just bought this yarn, and I'm looking happier than on my wedding day when I bought this yarn. But then, when you find this yarn, and it's hard to find that perfect project. So the yarn was laying there for years, actually, until I decided this will be a blanket. And I'm very, very satisfied with this blanket. It took a while. But as you can see there, the yarn, there is a variation in the yarn. Even in the green one, there is different variations. And then you have a faded yarn here from yellow to orange. Yeah, I blame this blanket and the other blankets all on Mandy at Mouses Makes. I hope you follow Mandy at Mouses Makes. She's a British podcaster, and she had a West Knit knit along last year, when you should knit up shawls, but also blankets. And I know she's still knitting on her star blanket, but this one I just love. And it actually better with that sort of, that yarn that you love. I don't have to worry that I will grow out, or that it will be misplaced or anything. This blanket will live with me, and hopefully with my son if he wants it, and it will continue in living in generations, I think. Yeah, but I'm knitting on 2 other blankets, and it's West Knits blankets, both of them. Which one will I start with? I can take this one. Yeah, because what is fun with blankets, you can play with colors. That is what I love. And this is a newly published blanket pattern from Stephen West, called brioche and something. Yeah, you knit it in. It's a modular blanket, and you need 4 cables, but I don't have 4 cables. And brioche break, thank you. Yeah. And it's meant to be, it's in a DK, but it's meant to be knitted up in with 2 fingering yarns hold together. But I decided to use up all my scraps from this svensk ull that I have, and I've been knitting a lot with this. So yeah, here I have green variations, blue, red, white, pink, and I think this will be a excellent memory blanket for me, knitting up these scrappy yarns that I've used in different sweaters and dresses. And it's really funny. It's garter stitch and brioche, and you knit, as you can see, you can follow the yarn colors. You start with a new color here, and you end it so it's in the back in one brioche, and in the front in another brioche. Yeah, really funny. And I haven't decided in which order I will knit the colors in. I just improvise. Yeah. And it's like everyone says, blankets, they don't count. They just are. They just exist here to for playful time. Yes. Then I have this project. And here I have really planned what to knit, how to knit this. This is Hvammsvik. This is Hvammsvik blanket. And as you can see, this is knitted in double fingering weight yarn, and it is creating a pattern here. You get a schematic that you need to follow. So you repeat the colors in a decided order. So I'm not a sock knitter. It's really boring to knit socks. I have socks that I've knitted, but I'm really thankful for my aunt who is providing us with warm socks in the winter, because I'm not the one who provide warm socks in the winter for my boys. She is doing that, and I'm very thankful. But I do have sock yarn, and because they are beautiful, of course. I love to buy a sock yarn or a hand-dyed yarn without knowing what to do with it. Some of these I do know I have used in different projects, but some I haven't used in any project because I haven't known what to do with it. So this one I have planned thoroughly. So I have 4 of these with 4 colors. So I take one of these and I knit it in the way that it lies here. And when I've finished that, I take that away and I continue with this box. And I knit it in that way. And I put it away. And I continue with next box. And then next box. So I have 4 boxes with 4 different yarn combinations. So it's 16 colors, and they will create this pattern. You call it echter art? Okay, I don't know what it is, but I would like to look it up because, yeah, this is really fun. And what was fun was to plan this, actually, to go through all the yarns and to make the combinations. I like that it is that you have a break, like here you have a break from blue to red, but then you have to vary 2 blues together, and that makes it more harmonized. This is actually very easy. If you just, I suspect that you have a lot of yarn at home, and then you can put these together and you can plan it, and then you can make it a nice blanket. Yeah. Do you knit on a blanket? Do you have a blanket project that you could recommend? I know Pia has. Crochet. I know how to crochet, but I don't do it actually. Since where is my knitting? since I was working, I haven't heard any of your projects. Do someone work at a blanket right now? Or maybe you will start planning for a blanket after seeing all these. I know that Lotte showed some blankets as well. I have a lot of things here to show you, but you're welcome to follow my podcast. Minimax from Miss Knits. Yeah, I totally agree. I would love to make that as well. Yeah, with all the boxes, don't you think? That helps me a lot. Sweet shop blanket. Drop on the pond crochet blanket. Yeah. I love blankets for the fun fact of playing with colors, I think. Yeah, the Battenberg. I have that. It's a crochet blanket pattern, and I have it, but I'm hesitating. It's more fun to knit, or maybe I don't know. I have been crocheting a domino blanket. I've been crocheting some in my. It was hard to speak and start to knit because I was in the middle of a row here. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward. I've got some episodes in English and a lot in Swedish, and it's going to be very nice to catch up with all of you. I've been working on my Danish. I find it a little bit harder to understand Danish than Norwegian, but oh, you have a cal with the scrap yarn blankets, Fjällrosa. Nice. Nora Afghan, you have in progress. Yeah, scrap yarns is the best, isn't it? Yeah. I like to have I have 2 blankets on the go now. Hvammsvik that I have planned and made up a schedule for. Not a time schedule, but the way I should use all the colors. And then I have the other that I will just improvise and use the colors as they come. Fields of Gold, blomstertappe. Ja. Bits and Bob's blanket. Yeah. I will sit here and knit. There is 10 minutes left to the next podcaster, and that is A Knitter's World. I saw an episode of The Knitter's World yesterday. I know she is have some podcasts in English as well. But I will leave you here. I will sit and knit, but I won't speak anymore. And you're welcome to continue And please tell me in the comments down below if you have any questions about dresses or the blankets that I'm knitting on. And welcome to follow me on both Instagram and YouTube. Thank you very much for your kindly response. Yeah, thank you. I will have a nice knitathon. Now it's Saturday and Sunday, and I will rest. And you do that best while knitting. Thank you.